Hey, Facebook, what's happening? How y'all doing, man? Welcome to another edition of What the Hell Longhorn, episode 19. And I thank y'all for joining me. I hope y'all had a great week. I had an awesome week. I was in Detroit for the first part of the week, day job stuff, and then the second last part of the week, flew back home, got on a plane, and went to Junction City, Kansas, and another little town called Ellenwood, Kansas. Went out there, did a show with my friend. Carolyn Agnew and Vicky Tremblay out of Topeka. So we had a great time. I want to send a shout out to my boy Rick Bazan and Jeff. Thank y'all for bringing me to Junction City. Junction City means a lot to me because that's where I spent part of my life at growing up as a kid, and finished high school there, and then ended up joining the Army and ended up getting stationed there. So got a lot of friends and people that I know there. So it means a lot to me, and I was glad to be able to go back there and to do the show. Just to let y'all know, I'm for those of y'all that are in that area, I'm coming back to Junction City May 23rd. I'll be there on the 23rd, and then I'll be in Kansas City on the 24th for the Veterans of Comedy show at the Comedy House. It's called the Comedy Club of Kansas City. So looking into my magic mirror, let me see who I see in my magic mirror this evening. I see Dave, I see Kenneth, I see Nanette, I see y'all in my magic mirror. Thank y'all for joining me this evening. I'm sure there'll be some more folks that'll pop in here in a minute, but it's just been a great week. Yes, I did thank veterans this weekend because Fort Riley. So I was able to thank a bunch of veterans up there. So that went really. May 23rd. I'll be there on the 23rd. Wrong button. And I'll be in. Sorry, wrong button. But got to thank a lot of veterans this weekend, and I can never say Ellenwood. Where Ellenwood is at, I was literally in the middle of nowhere. Hey, Cheryl, I see you. I was literally in the middle of nowhere. Where Ellenwood is west of Salina, but Ellenwood is 132 miles directly due south of the continental center of the United States. So yes, I was out in the middle of nowhere. Only thing darker than me was prairie dogs. Yeah, that's what's up. So hey, Charlotte, I see you over there. Glad to see you. What's up, Charles? Glad to see you too. Yeah, my voice is gone because the last show that we did on Saturday, about 10 minutes into my set, I lost my voice. Well, I didn't lose my voice. The microphone went out, so I had to do the rest of the show a cappella and Acapulco, but it worked out. But this is what my voice sounds like right now. So anyway, like I said, I hope y'all had a great weekend, and looking forward to a great Monday. Rocking my I'm rocking my sweat, Avengers. Yep. So what's the topic today? The topic is leap of faith or stupidity. And I'm gonna tell you where the topic came from. I asked for some suggestions last week of things I should talk about on the show, and then somebody decided to inbox me and say, "Won't you talk about your leap of faith?" Because it was from my cousin Tony Bryant. He owns two barbecue joints out in Kentucky. But he owns a couple of barbecue joints, and he knows the story of Longhorn and how I got back into comedy and the leap of faith that I took in order to do it. And I'm always trying to share stories or share information that I think will help people. So I thought that would be a good topic to share on tonight. If y'all like that, give me some thumbs up, or some hearts or something. Let me know y'all out there. But it was really simple. The first time I got on stage was in Oxon Hill, Maryland, in 1990. Dude named Chris Thomas. He was matter of fact, he was on a show on MTV. He was the mayor of Yo MTV Raps, but he was a comedian. And so, okay, I see y'all. Thank y'all. And I went to his open mic, and I got on stage, and because I've been telling jokes all my life since I was a kid. It was a defense mechanism for the most part, because long story, but it was a defense mechanism. I get on stage, I tell some jokes. I got a few laughs. That's what bit me. But the reality of it is, I bombed so bad I should have changed my name to Ahmed because I was horrible. Oh, I was terrible. But I was bit by that comedy bug. Moved back to Kansas, packed up my family, moved to St. Louis, started comedy in St. Louis in 1993. Did it to 1995. My wife said, "Hey, you either give up comedy or give up the family." I told her, "You know what? I'm gonna miss you." No, y'all know what I did. I gave up comedy. And then what happened was, people still remember me from doing comedy. and they would see me around town. Especially, I did a series of television commercials for an insurance company, and people would see me. They say, "Hey, man, when you getting back on stage? When you getting back on stage?" And it was something that I really enjoyed. So, bam, I ended up back on stage in 2005, and since 2005, it's been a very good ride. I have to admit, it's been a very good ride. I've been last time I checked, I've been in 36 states. I've been overseas. Y'all know my credits. But there were some things that happened in the interim. I was an insurance agent and was doing very well. And my son told me that he wasn't going to go to college. He had a son while he was in high school, and he decided he was going to be a man, as he told me. He said, "Dad, don't be like you. I'm going to raise my child, so I'm just going to go to work instead of going on to college. I'll go to college later." So I was free. I had a job. I was making six figures. I enjoyed it. I was an insurance agent, but I said, you know what? It was right before my 41st birthday. I said, I'm not, it's 3 days before my 41st birthday. I said, you know what? You're not getting no younger and you're not getting no better looking. If you're going to do this thing, you need to do it now and forget about it. So I did. I jumped. I took that leap of faith. And I don't know if it was a leap of faith or a leap of stupidity, but I took that leap. I packed up my office and I called the guy who owned the agency that Monday and told him I wasn't coming back. And I didn't. Yeah. You're talking about a big leap of faith. I'm not going to go through the whole scenario with you, but I'll tell you this. I was following my dream. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a professional stand-up comic. And there was people who believed in me. And I listened to them. And a lot of those people who believed in me still believe in me to this day, but there was a couple of people who kind of left me hanging. So I jumped out there. I took the leap of faith. And I'll be honest with you. I lost everything. I lost everything. When I say I lost everything, I mean literally. I did not have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. But I had my faith. And I believed in myself. And I believed in my talent. And I said, I tell you what, I'm going to give myself 5 years out here on this road doing odd jobs, taxes and this, that, and the other, whatever I had to do to make money. No, I didn't do that. So you little freak, I didn't do that. But I jumped out there. And long story short, at the end of 5 years, during that 5 years, I lost my mother, lost my first wife, lost a grandbaby, lost a sister, I lost 2 aunties, an uncle. I lost my house, my place that I was living. Somebody stole my car. I ran a car into a tree trying to miss a deer. Yeah, the deer moved, but the tree didn't. I was broke, sincerely broke. But I remember there was one particular instance. I was going on my very first tour in South Carolina. A guy named Luke asked me to come out and be a part of this comedy tour for the weekend. He was doing 5 shows. And I was so excited. And I scraped up some money to go be a part of this. And I went outside to start my car to get ready to leave. And I was going to drive down the highway in a Cadillac that had a headlight out. But I was determined because this is what I gave up everything to do. And I went outside to start the car, and the car wouldn't start. I'm like, what the heck? So I, checked the battery, checked the alternator, checked everything, went and had the battery tested. The battery was great. I put it all back together. And I said a little prayer. I said, God, if it's meant for me to make this trip, let this car start. And I went back downstairs. I put the key in. I started it, and it started right up. Boom. I was gone. That was my very first comedy tour. But I came back, and it wasn't easy. I struggled. Like I said, I lost everything. But there was people who believed in me. They kept me going, and to help me to get to where I'm at today, sitting here in front of you, talking to you about my life. But there was a lot of struggles. There was a lot of sacrifices that went on following my dream. But if I would have given up, who knows where I'll be? Who knows what I would be? I didn't want to be that old man sitting back talking about woulda, coulda, shoulda, and mad at the world because I didn't try, because I did not take that leap of faith or that leap of stupidity. I'm glad I did. I met a lot of great people along the way. I met y'all, the people who are watching my video. And if I haven't met you yet, then I'm hoping that I will get a chance to meet you. Like I met Randy and my brother Dave. I met Charlotte. then I've met a number of people all over the world doing comedy, but I took a leap. I took a leap of faith, and then I said I was going to give myself 5 years, and if my comedy was not sustaining my lifestyle, then I was going to get a day job. Well, came 5 years, and I was doing okay. There was people who knew me, and this, that, and the other, but I wasn't making that big money. I wasn't making the money to sustain me. So I went and got a day job. And that day job went from this level to this level. And then the next job went from this level to this level. And it just kept climbing. But because I believed in what I was doing and was not willing to give up what I was doing, things have fallen into place to allow me to continue to do what it is that I want to do. Basically, I took what I had in my hand, and that's what I used. Faith, hope, stupidity, love from others that believed in me and what I was doing. And that made a big difference. So I challenge you, if there's something in your life that you want to do, take that leap of faith. What else you gonna do? You gonna sit there and go, I wish I coulda, shoulda, woulda? Or are you gonna take that leap of faith and live your life? Because see, we do this thing called a lot of people live to work, but quite frankly, you should work to live. You should do what you love to do. Yeah, you should be doing what you love to do. Do what you love, and I tell people all the time, love what you do, or don't do it. Plain and simple. I also suggest love who you do, or don't do them. But whatever you do, just be amazing at it. I'm not the best comic. I'm not the funniest man on the planet. I know that, and I'm okay with that. I still have my hopes. I still have my dreams. There's some of my dreams I have accomplished. There's some more dreams I still need to accomplish. But I will not reach any of them if I don't continue to take those leaps of faith. I took a leap of faith not too long ago and introduced myself to a gentleman. He already knew who I was. I didn't realize he knew who I was. And they welcomed me into the fold of a band of comedians. Yes, we still have Laughter Has No Color comedy booking agency. And Longhorn Comedy, of course, is still moving along. But this is, the Veterans of Comedy. You heard me talk about that. I always wanted to be a part of that group. So I took a leap of faith and walked up and shook the man's hand. And he welcomed me in. And now think there are some things that are coming up on the horizon just from me taking that leap of faith. You got to take a leap of faith in some way, form, or fashion in your life. There's something that you want to do. There's somewhere you want to go. There's somebody you want to meet. There's something that you might just want to see. And sometimes you just got to take that leap of faith. Sit down and plan it out and make it happen. My plan is not going the way that I planned it, because there's always two plans. There's my plan and there's God's plan, or whatever your higher power's plan is, but there's always those plans. But you got to take a leap. You got to be willing to take that stretch. I know we've read all kinds of biographies about different people, different famous celebrities. Well, I'm just a regular guy, just like y'all. I'm just a regular person that took a leap, that stepped out and said, you know what? I want to do something more. I want to go somewhere else. I want to do some things. And I challenge you to do the same thing. I was in Junction City this weekend because a friend of mine asked me to come and do a show down there. Happy to do the show. It was sold out, 250 people at the Elks Club in Junction City on a Friday night. We had a ball. Yes, I got it on video. I might even share some of it. It was a leap of faith. Then we drove out to Ellenwood and did a show out there for about 70 people. Leap of faith. I know this week, just to do 2 shows, I've drove 6, 6, 12, 4 and 4. What is that? Yeah, that many hours, 18 hours, just to do comedy, but stepping out on a leap of faith. And I will continue to do such. I'm asking that you do the same. When I say that I lost everything, I mean just that. But I gained everything that I lost. I gained back double, if not triple. I got people in my life who love me. I got people who support me and believe in me. And it all came from just doing one thing, taking a leap of faith. So y'all excuse my scratchy voice. Yeah, I know I sound like Barry. I don't sound that good. I was gonna say I know I sound like Barry White, but no, it ain't that. What's up, baby? How you doing? Yeah, sure you're right. It ain't that, but that's my message for tonight. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. I look in my magic mirror. I see Nanette. Let me see who all I see in my magic mirror tonight. I see Nanette. I see David. I see Charlotte. I see, hey, Todd McKenna. What's up, Todd? Todd and I went to school in Kansas together. Bruh, I know you just went through some things. I hope that you're doing much, much better. I see Charles. What's up, bro? I see Cheryl, Kenneth. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? I hope our boy Cody is doing good. Gloria, I see. How you doing, Gloria? And I see my boy, Mr. Gray. How you doing? Glad to see you out there. There's a few more folks, but I'm not wearing my glasses. I decided I'm going to put them on tonight. I'm just going to do my show. But because I'm not reading from something, what I'm talking to you from is from my heart. My boy, Mr. Gray, is an excellent, excellent spoken word artist. I love to hear him spit. That's what they call it, spitting. He does a very good job at it. So I see you, Shirley, over there. I see you. But you got to step out on faith. You do. Because if you don't step out, guess what? You're just going to keep getting the same thing over and over and over again. You got to do something different. Whether it's relationships, job, home, finances, automobiles, health, you got to take a leap of faith. So that's it. That's what I got. Y'all can continue to send me your inboxes. If you got any ideas for the show, happy to entertain them. And I do use them, as y'all can see. Again, thanks a lot, Tony, for shooting me this one. Excuse me, I'm back in Missouri. Y'all know I'm allergic to Missouri. But as I always say, guys, keep God first, or whatever your higher power is. Believe in yourself, respect yourself. Take care of your kids, respect our vets. I'm Longhorn. God bless y'all. $2.